Hey guys, thank you for coming to my channel. In this video, you'll be learning about how and when to use apostrophes. So for starters, apostrophes are used to show possession, they're used for contraction words, and they're also used to form plurals with letters, numbers, and symbols. In this slide, you'll be seeing examples of apostrophes being used to show possession. Possession, also known as ownership, just means that something belongs to somebody. So example 1 says, today I'm driving my friend's car. So as you can see, we use the apostrophe before the S in friends to show possession. The car belongs to the friend. Example 2 says, I am temporarily living at my sister's house. As you can see, we use the apostrophe before the S in sisters to show possession because the house is my sister's. The house belongs to my sister. Example 3 says she is wearing her brother's shoes. As you can see, we use the apostrophe before the S in brothers to show possession. The shoes belong to the brother. Apostrophes are also used with contraction words. Contraction words are just shortened words like shouldn't, don't, wouldn't, didn't, doesn't, haven't, I'm, hasn't, there, weren't, and so on. In this slide, you'll see apostrophes being used in contraction words. So example 1 says you shouldn't wear sandals in the snow. This is also the same as saying you should not wear sandals in the snow. Example 2 says I haven't eaten cheesecake before, and this is also the same as saying I have not eaten cheesecake before. And as you can see in both examples, the apostrophe was used before the T in each contraction word. Example 3 says we weren't invited to the party, and this is the same as saying we were not invited to the party. And as you can see in the contraction word weren't, the apostrophe is used before the T. In this slide, apostrophes are being used to form plurals with letters. Also, plural means more than one. So example 1 says I have 2 A's on my progress report. As you can see, we used the apostrophe between A and S to show that there was more than one A on the progress report. Example 2 says my name has 2 H's in it. As you can see, we use the apostrophe in between the H and the S to show that there is more than one H in my name. Example 3 says my password has 6 T's in it. As you can see, we use the apostrophe in between T and S to show that my password has more than one 6 in it. In this slide, apostrophes are being used to form plurals with numbers. So example 1 says my phone number has 4 6's in it. As you can see, we made 6 plural by adding an apostrophe and an S. Example 2 says the year I was born has 2 9's in it. As you can see, we made 9 plural by adding an apostrophe and a S. Example 3 says the password to my phone has 3 8's in it. We made 8 plural by adding an apostrophe and an S to it. In this slide, apostrophes are being used to form plurals with symbols. So example 1 says I used too many ampersands on my essay, so I lost points. So instead of typing ampersands, you can just put the and symbol. Example 2 says my English teacher told us not to use pound signs in our writing. So instead of typing out pound signs, you can just put the little symbol. And the same thing goes for example 3, which says there are a bunch of plus signs on this math worksheet. So instead of typing out plus signs, you can just put the little symbol. Apostrophes should not be used with possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns show possession or ownership. Theirs, hers, yours, ours, and its are all possessive pronouns. So in this slide, I'll be using possessive pronouns in sentences. So example 1 says the team has lost its tennis match. So its is the possessive pronoun in this sentence, and the tennis match belongs to the team. So that's why its is the possessive pronoun. Example 2 says I gave those shoes to you, so now they're yours. Yours is the possessive pronoun. The shoes belong to you. Example 3 says my husband and I bought this house, so it's ours. In this sentence, ours is the possessive pronoun. Next, we have quiz number 1. Which response is correct? So A says, my friend's hair is long. And in this sentence, friends is plural, meaning more than one friend. Option B says, my friend's hairs is long. So friends is still plural, meaning more than one. And hairs, I don't know what's going on with that. And C says, my friend's hair is long. And in option C, friends is showing ownership. My friend's hair. The hair belongs to my friend. So if you selected C, good job. That's the correct answer. A is grammatically incorrect because friends is plural and it shouldn't be. B is also grammatically incorrect because friends is plural and it shouldn't be. And hairs, like, what does that mean? That doesn't make sense. And C is grammatically correct because friends has the apostrophe and is showing ownership. The hair belongs to the friend. Quiz number 2 says, which response is incorrect? A says, my dog's leash is in the closet. B says, my mom's earrings are pretty. And C says, my brother's car is red. So it looks like A is correct because dogs is showing ownership. So the apostrophe is in the right place. The dog's leash, the leash belongs to the dog. So that's correct. So B says, my mom's earrings are pretty. The earrings belong to the mom. So that means moms should have an apostrophe in between the M and the S. So it looks like this response is incorrect. So B would be the correct answer. And C is also written correctly because brothers is showing ownership. The car belongs to the brother. So the apostrophe is in between the R and the S in brothers. And this is correct. Lastly, we have quiz number 3. Select the possessive pronoun. And remember, a possessive pronoun shows ownership. So A says theirs. B says shouldn't, which is the same as should not. And C says its, which is the same as it is. So if you selected A, good job. That's the correct answer. A is correct because theirs shows ownership. For example, the shoes are theirs. The toys are theirs. In other words, we're saying something belongs to them or some things belong to them. So the answer can't be B because shouldn't is a contraction word. It's the same as saying should not. And the answer can't be C neither because it's is a contraction word, the same as saying it is. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this video informative. If you did find this video informative, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, or all of the above, and I'll see you next time. Bye.